So I saw three friends in one day, and every vibe was different. Okay, so I had one of those days. I saw three different friends all in one day. And the crazy part, I had a good time with all of them. But every vibe was completely different. And it actually made me think about people in a whole new way. So I'm going to just say, I'm going to ask this. Do y'all have different friends for different moods? Yes or no? I'm going to tell y'all about all three though, okay? And I need you to tell me which vibe fits you best. Because by the end, I realized something about dealing with loneliness and curing it with company. Also, another question I got. Are you the chill friend, the fun friend, or the deep conversation friend? So the first friend that I want to talk about is my client, my regular. I'm going to call him my chill friend. It's the first friend. So my first friend, this was early in the day, like 1 o'clock in the morning. I just got up, looked at my phone, seen I missed a text from him saying he want to come see me. I'll call him Gemini. So we met at a college football game. I go to KSU and he go to GSU, and we just been hanging out every other few weeks. So every time he want to see me, I be down. I will say the crazy thing about him is he a horrible liar. Every time I see him, he gives me this story about how his Mercedes in the shop and he's looking for parts or whatnot. At first, I believed him because we all know Mercedes is a luxury car, which means the maintenance on the car, the car is high maintenance, point blank, period. So I could believe at the least the car was in the shop. And he young. What does a 22-year-old know about really maintaining a car, a luxury car at that? But let me remind y'all, I've known this man 2 years. And it's been 2 years since we met at that game. And he's been saying that. And I just seen him the other day. And same story. I don't know what y'all think. Everybody that tends to create stories and stuff in their head, that shit be crazy. I don't know. Speaking of football games though, since that's where we met and I writing pics and all, y'all make sure y'all check out my website for my little challenge. You know what I'm saying? Check out Lux Playhouse and figure out what I'm talking about when y'all know what I say, what I like to rate. Speaking on rating things, his thing is like an average. I rate it like a 5, really a 6 for effort because he's so gentle and sweet and you can kind of tell he's fragile or insecure. I don't want it to be a false impression. I'm not saying he weak, but he gentle. And the time before last when I seen him, it was really all laughs because he mentioned that damn Mercedes, but it was really a vibe. And we made plans to link up, but I had fell asleep early as fuck, 8 at night, y'all. But I woke up and he texted me and I was like, okay, I missed him again, but this time I'm gonna text him back and let him know I was asleep. And he ended up texting back like an hour later and was like, I'm still trying to come through, let's smoke. And I was like, bet. So that's really how my day began. And you know how you ever just been around somebody where it feel easy? And I asked that because the vibes was just super chill. We smoked, then we got the munchies and had to ride 15 minutes down the road because no stores was open. And I was just stuck on getting a specific blunt. Y'all know the snap woods or whatever. Or the loose leaves. The backwoods that come unrolled already. So yeah, we ended up finding a store after 4 stores. Anyways, we got back to my house. We had sex. I got the Star subscription because we both heavy power fans, y'all. And we talked about some real shit. I left feeling relaxed, and I'm not going to lie. Okay, that was exactly what I needed. And that was a great way to start my day. Looking back on it, it's the sex wasn't 10 out of 10, but the vibe was laid back. And, I enjoyed the time spent. So, and really, he my friend more so than my client. I call him my client because even though we met at a football game, he ended up he'll always purchase content from me. And I'm like, okay. And eventually I was like, maybe we should try to film some content, but I don't know because it's a 5 out of 10. So I don't know if it's worth showing the world that body. I'm just playing. But true question, y'all. Real question. Do you prefer chill vibes like that or something more exciting. So anyway, my second friend, which I ended up meeting off of one of my campsites, which was crazy because I didn't have this campsite for a long time. And I'm going to call him the hazel-eyed flirt. The hazel-eyed flame flirt, y'all. Now, the second friend, completely different energy. I'm going to call this guy my flame flirt because that's where we met. Actually, funny story is we met on Fling like 5 years ago, like around the pandemic time. I was always on there, like a lot. And we just kick shit on there, like, you know how you do when you streaming and stuff, or maybe y'all don't know, but that's what I be doing. And I think I'm not going to share his information on here because this is YouTube and he probably don't want people to know. I don't know. But I think his name on there is Young Cool Man. Fuck it. I'm going to just go ahead and shout him out because he's just pretty cool. I can't remember when exactly the world opened back up after that crazy ass shutdown, but me and two of my best friends decided we was going to go out with one of our mutual homeboys, and he was like, let's go to the strip club. And if you know, like Atlanta strip club culture, it just hit different. So it just hit real different. So it's like really a thing to hang out, And first thing I'm gonna do is order me some food. I'm talking about straight fucking up a 10-piece. I'm not really a drinker, but I will sip, and I be feeling that shit. So I'm saying all of this to say he wrote me after a live, I want to say the next day on there, and I was like, and he was like, I saw you on Strokers. And I was like, OMG, I knew he wasn't lying. Because the night was just getting started and I was deaf outside. So after that, we always ran into each other on like the little site that I go live off of. But I knew I wanted to meet him officially, and I did. He actually seen me go live on there at my usual time and pulled up in real time. So yeah, shouts out to Cool Young Man. You feel what I'm saying? But yeah, another question. Anybody ever been to Strokers or a strip club in Atlanta, or just a strip club at all? If so, which one? And if not, what's your favorite strip club? Because one thing about me, I love going to the strip club, especially to go get me some wings. Blue Flames, Pinups, Strokers, Black Club Blaze, Magic City. My favorites off the rip. And RIP to Follies. But anyways, y'all, have y'all ever met anybody off of like Fling or just like off of any type of like dating site or whatever? And trust me, I got more stories, and this not even a bad story because he was so cool and very attractive. Like, y'all, he has hazel eyes and he smelled good. He was talking about some as far as, he was talking about some, you know what I'm saying? As far as attraction, 10 out of 10 on that. And he brought me gifts. He came like 10 in the morning, or maybe at like 9:52, 45 or something, but I don't know. I was on live when he said he was on the way, and I get on there for like an hour. So if you was in there that day, you remember when he called me, even though he was seeing me on live. But anyways, so I was happy to see him too, because we were supposed to link up, and I missed him a few times. And what's so crazy is I be getting ready for school when I go live on there. So he came around my first class. So we couldn't get like freaky or nothing because I had somewhere to be, and you know what I'm saying? My ride was waiting on me. So, they could take me to school. But I don't know, y'all. I would have gave him some because he's fine. And I'm not going to lie. This one had me like, okay, this is fine. He stayed for like an hour, and we watched Power, I think. I'm not sure, but he bought me some stuff from the store and some liquor. Mind y'all, it was like 10 o'clock in the morning, but I was like, okay, fuck it. I felt like a grown woman, drinking before noon next to this fine-ass man. But reality, I was running late for class and had to end it. The shit was crazy to think I ain't asked him to, eat my butt or nothing. But I left the situation feeling energized and kind of like, this man is a drunk. Fine and all. Like, who the fuck be drinking hard liquor at 10 o'clock in the morning? Hey, we all got issues. I'm not judging. But yeah, he was fine as hell though. And be honest, you know what I'm saying? Do y'all be drinking early in the morning? Or is that a problem? But he left the liquor with me, so he can't be like too much of a drunk. Anyway, my third friend, I'm calling him my Scorpio bae. Now, the third friend, this one was later in the day, and the vibe slowed all the way down. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna call him the King of Hearts. So the way we met was crazy. I'm gonna get into that, but if you was on my live that day, that I'm telling y'all about this stuff, then, because I did go live, and I tried to tell y'all about it, but I couldn't get my thoughts together. So that's why I'm making this video and putting it on my YouTube channel and telling y'all to come check it out here. But yeah, so if you wasn't on my live that day, I'm telling y'all about this stuff, then you won't get the inside joke if you seen somebody, or if you see somebody like one of my regulars or one of my camis in my chat say the universe over and over and over. Like every time I say something funny, we'll say some shit like the universe. I'm not gonna speak too much on that, y'all. Just really gotta catch the vibes when y'all catch the vibes. But I will say, and I think people watching us having that phone conversation was that he was truly hurting. Some of us would even say heartbroken. Hell, even he said he was hurt. But anyways, let me tell you how the universe works, right? So I met this man in like 2021. And if you've been in my chat room before, then you've heard me mention my boyfriend of 5 years. My first love that was murdered in apartments right beside Stroker Strip Club, believe it or not. He was killed in October 2023. And long story short, the King of Hearts is supposed to be my dead boyfriend's friend per se. But I can tell you right now, even he'll tell you, even he'll tell you he didn't have friends by the time of his death for real. But yeah, that's how we met, through my boyfriend. At the time when he was alive, the King of Hearts had some t-shirts he was making and selling, and my boyfriend bought some. And, bought one for me too. And one point, me and my boyfriend was beefing, y'all. Actually, he was at the Motel 6 cheating on me, but I'll say that for another video. Anyways, during this little short amount of time in our split, I was on Instagram and I was wearing a shirt that my boyfriend bought me. And the King of Hearts, he had followed me and he seen it on my stories and was like, how did you get my shirt? And it really started from there, y'all. So let me say this, just to kind of give y'all some backstory on him. Okay, I have seen him 4 times in the flesh since I've met him, and we gonna get into that. I'll probably create a video after this, or, post it to one of my little cam pages to the story, because some stuff I just cannot share on YouTube. But I'm going to share my story and just share with y'all what happened the first 2 times we seen each other. What he did to turn me off, and what made us stop talking really was because me and my boyfriend had got back together both times, and he went to jail. But anyways, I'm going to share with y'all the last 2 times I seen him, which honestly I can say is getting better and better, because the last time was pretty fucking lit. I haven't had anybody to really talk to since my boyfriend died, so I felt like I was getting that part of my life fulfilled, that that energy was much needed. So he brought me candles, first person to, what I'm saying, really just come and bring me like a house gift when he came to my house. So I thought that was just really, really sweet. He brought up that last time he saw me, I told him, I'm going to have to just put that in my video too, because certain things, y'all, I could just not talk about on YouTube, because I really got some stalkers, and I don't really want people thinking they know what they know. But yeah, go to my website, or we'll talk about this in my camera. But one time, he had brought up the time that I had asked him something, a question, and he pretty much asked me the same question, and he was like, I asked him, could I taste it? And I tasted it, and I made him go home. So this time, he was basically begging to eat me out, y'all, but I wouldn't let him. So we ended up, I ended up stalling or whatever, because it was like, first and foremost, I had something going on. This the 3rd person that I done seen today. And not only that, it's like, I was just on some, like, I really need a friend right now. I don't, I don't need that right now. But we ended up getting something to eat, and we ended up doing this Willie versus Wingstop thing where we was counting how many people eat there. It was like a little date, you know what I'm saying? Because he went to Willie's, and it was like, I kept saying 1, 2, 3. I think I got up to like 4 people. And then when we went to Wingstop to get my food, because he got me something to eat too, he was like, it was only like 2 people in Wingstop, so that was funny. So, and I'm going to say this again. And I said this in my live chat room the other day. But in case you missed it, all my boyfriend's friends, when he died, tried to fuck me. It was like, I'm sorry for your loss, but can I fuck? And this really made me guarded. And it hit me like, damn, I'm really alone. But do y'all have someone you can actually talk to about real stuff? Like, sex is cool, but can we talk too? You feel what I'm saying? So even though, and again, if you missed my show, you're not going to understand what kind of sensitive creature I'm dealing with. He already heartbroken, and he trying to rebound with me. And I'm nobody's rebound. Like, I couldn't feel sorry enough to let him munch on me. Okay. So if you missed the call, then you missed him saying his girlfriend. You know what I'm saying? Hold on. Let me calm down, because, like, the energy is just so real. So even though, and again, if you miss my show, you're not going to understand what kind of sensitive creature I'm dealing with. He already heartbroken and trying to rebound with me. And I'm nobody's rebound. Like, I couldn't even feel sorry enough to let him munch on me. Okay, so if you missed the call, then you missed him saying his girlfriend left him for a pimp, basically because she giving him her money. And this when I had to get real with him because he asked me for money. You feel what I'm saying? And he was the one to tell me the liquor that my flame flirt had left me and had brought me was the Rocks liquor, which he drank it all, by the way. But he made up for it kind of when he went to take me to get something to eat because I'm not a drinker. So even though it was like this was for me, he drank all my shit, but he bought me something to eat. So I guess we even. The fact is, I had already had sex and probably would have did it again because the chemistry was high. But even in death, I couldn't cheat on my man, y'all. I love him too much. And I kind of felt good not giving it up. You know what I'm saying? Like, I felt that I left that one thinking, okay, that hit different. I'm not as lustful as I can be, but make sure you check out my cam room so I could tell y'all the very first time we met. Oh, because that shit was such a turn off. So now I'm sitting here, and at the end of the day, I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, I had 3 different types of energies, but I enjoyed them all. I had calm energy because he said something to me, and he was like, I like where we are. And I do too. Not too much. Not really a relationship, but a bond without drama. And I'm cool with that. And I had fun energy because we finally got to meet. He was fine. I love meeting people off my sites, as long as you cool, you know. And I was really attracted to him. And then I had deep energy, most of all, because it felt so karmic. And, like, I used my brain, you know. I was living in a moment. And all of them were good, just different, you know. But let me know, y'all. Would y'all come hang out with me? This did make me feel like, damn, I realized something. I had an amazing day. I truly did. I was so sleepy. I went to bed early, but I wanted to really tell y'all this story in a better way, more put together. Because yesterday, on my little live show, I could not gather my thoughts properly. But yes, I realized different people serve different roles. Not every connection has to be the same. And balance matters. So what do y'all think? Can one person be all of that or no? Honestly, that day was kind of perfect, but it also made me look at people differently because now I'm like, what role does everyone actually play in my life? Which friend did you relate to the most? 1, 2, or 3? Drop it in the comments. Let me know. Follow me. Subscribe. Next time, we might break down friendships, dating, and energy for real, for real. But yeah, y'all. This the type of shit that I be talking about in my camera. Don't miss it. Peace.